The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys! This is the Players Lounge, broadcasting live from Dallas Cowboys World Headquarters at the Star. Now, your hosts, Barry Church, Hek'ma Harrison, and Newy Scruggs.
Players Lounge coming at you on a Tuesday. Off day for the Cowboys, but not an off day for us. We do it all the time, 5 days a week right here on the Players Lounge. Brought to you by Aristocrat Game. We got Hek'ma Harrison here, former Cowboy safety Barry Church. I am Newy Scruggs. Lots of topics to get to today. But one topic we didn't touch on yesterday, let's get into one Cooper Rush.
No, you know what?
Young Cooper.
I can't even. I'm about to try to make a snide remark to my boy.
Yeah,
the quarterback.
That's what happened.
God don't like ugly. BC is the quarterback guru.
Yeah, that's right.
Let BC tell us about what he thinks about what we should do with the quarterback.
The man he once cut for Garrett Gilbert, but
they did him dirty back then.
Yeah. So
what you got,
man?
What you got?
See, I'm torn. I'm torn right now because Cooper Rush, he's the definition of what a backup should be able to do. If you need him for 1 or 2 games, maybe even 3, he can rally you off a 2-1 record, maybe a 3-0 record. And that's exactly what the backup quarterback position is supposed to do. Come in there, your play is not that far off from the starter. You know, you can keep the same playbook, and you can go out there and be productive.
Yeah.
So I'm torn between that and do we want to see something else? Can we upgrade that position at the quarterback backup position? And it's just tough because I'm like, who else you going to go out there and grab that has the same capabilities of a Cooper Rush to go out there? His record is what? 8 and something? 7-3, 8-3?
Something crazy.
When he's in there. So it's like, man, I'm torn between it. But then I also see games where he threw for 45 yards, where the offense looked, anemic out there, just didn't know what they were doing. So I'm torn between it because I don't think you can upgrade that significantly from a Cooper Rush. But if he's going out there asking for, $8 million, $9 million to be a backup, then I think you gotta go ahead and move along. But if he's asking for that same 5, then I don't have a problem bringing him back.
My thing is that Barry, I can't name 5 backup quarterbacks right now in the NFL, and that's for a reason. It's the reason is that you pay your number one guy the most of your cap, and you expect for him to be able to lead you. The backup guy is an afterthought until your number one gets hurt.
Look at Seahawks,
and boom.
You see who walked in there for the Seahawks? Man, that's bad.
But no, what I'm trying to break down is the fact that when you go to your second guy, it's only for just a little amount. Give me 5 games, bro, while a guy gets healthy. In the Dallas situation, man, where a guy's having to carry you for the rest of the season, it can't be good. But he's 1,400 yards, 10 touchdowns, and 3 interceptions. And so
you can ask for.
I listen.
Go ahead.
And so I was listening to the interview. This morning, 105.3 The Fan. Okay.
Jerry Jones Show.
And Jerry comes on and he's talking about trying to give praise to Rico Dowdle about the job that Rico is doing. But he even gave credit to Cooper Rush for the job that he did at the line of scrimmage. And I was just trying to correlate how that happens in the football sense. He's recognizing something at the line of scrimmage. He's making calls, whatever. So Cooper Rush is good for the running game. Okay. All right. But needless to say, in those close games when we needed, like to pull the Cincinnati game, in the red zone, there's so many different things that I can point to when I'm looking at him and I'm going, dude, it just seems like Jameis Winston is prone to giving you the ball. Cooper Rush is prone to making mistakes in the red zone. And that's the thing that I think has me looking around saying, okay, now we might need to find somebody else in this situation, because if we have to have him come in for 5 games, let's say if those 5 games are games that you need. Back when JG was playing, those games you had to win, you need him just to step in for a little while. Do we trust him still in that capacity, even with the good record that you're talking about, right? There's just been some question marks to his game that I still say, like, come on, man, you late throwing behind. Like, you're just throwing into traffic now at this point. At this point, you got it. He has 3 interceptions. He probably should have about 7, you know. But it hadn't been perfect. It hadn't been perfect science with Cooper Rush. So, you know, I don't know. I'm really on the fence. But if I have to decide, I say no. I start looking for a backup.
Red zone turnovers are too much for me. Just too much. You saw it in Cincinnati. You saw it in Carolina. Mm-hmm. You've been in the league too long for too many years to have this keep happening. And the first question we really have to ask ourselves, who's coaching this team next year? Because depending on who you have as a coach, they're going to determine whether or not they see this guy working for them.
Yep.
So that's really the biggest thing right there. What offense are you running? Who comes in here? Look, he's not a magician. I've always said that. He's a quarterback, not a magician. And the more positive pieces you have around him, clearly it's been better for him in his career. It's the Carolina Panthers, guys.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. 3 touchdowns. It's the Panthers. Mm-hmm. As Pac-Man Jones famously once said, it's the Rams, dude.
Don't get carried away.
It's the Panthers. Yeah. The week before that, you got close. You couldn't get it done. It was a bad Cincinnati defense.
Yeah, it was.
Guess what happens the next 3 games?
Mm-hmm.
About to turn up. Mm-hmm. About to turn up. So he may answer the questions for you either way in the next 3 football games because all 3 teams, 2 teams are in first place and the other one is right here chasing the wild card.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
These are 3 teams that most likely will be in the playoffs, with Philadelphia arguably being the top team in the NFC right now.
Yeah.
So what do you, and it's an if Mike McCarthy comes back, would you trust Mike McCarthy and Scott Tolzien, the backup quarterback, and say, hey, man, go make another Cooper Rush? Because Cooper Rush is a guy you let go, went to the Giants, came back here. Mm-hmm. You had him cut.
Yeah.
And they ended up making something out of Cooper Rush. They really did. I give them as a coaching staff a lot of credit. Go do it again. I don't know if Trey Lance is going to be the answer.
No, I don't see that one.
I don't know. You once upon a time didn't see Cooper Rush either.
That's true.
So
that's true.
So let's see what happens. And who else is out there? If Cooper Rush plays good these last 3 games, well, guess what? Somebody's gonna come knocking on his door. And to hear Stephen Jones talk about the tightness of the purses around here, you may not be able to afford him. He could price himself out of a job. Rico Dowdle could price himself out of a job. And then you
I know. Man, let's use that 4th. Oh no, we ain't got it.
He did.
Dang. You can use the 3rd round. Use the 3rd. You can use
No. I forgot all about it.
Oh, man.
And look, what have we seen in the NFL? You can go find some guys out here.
You can.
This is where
Mr. Irrelevant.
Your coaching staff comes into play here. That's why I really believe the whole thing starts to stem with 2 things. 1, who's your coaching staff? And 2, what's the market for Cooper Rush?
Yeah, because he's got to be one of the highest paid backups, right? He's got to be.
Yeah. I don't know if he's making that Chase Daniel money. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if he's finessing.
Like I said, I can't.
He was finessing. Chase was finessing.
He might be right up there. He might be he might be finessing a little bit.
I mean, dude, you got your 3rd string quarterback in $5 million.
When you say pricing itself out, do you say pricing itself out as a backup somewhere else?
I mean, as pricing himself out to the Cowboys, say we don't want to pay that number for our backup.
Okay, yeah.
It's kind of like Tyler Biadasz. Hey, we like you, but not at $10 million.
Yeah.
So these next 3 games, if he plays well these next 3 games and somebody else says, hey, look, we'll pay that number for that guy, and the Cowboys deem it's too much. Mm-hmm. I mean, this is what they do.
Yeah.
You know very well from you sat there in that position where they just
priced myself out.
Right.
Yeah.
This is our number.
I did
right.
that.
So they went to you. Hey, young fella.
You want this?
And you were like,
thought y'all want Barry Church.
Like I don't see them.
Brother, what is this?
Can't see nothing. Can't see.
I mean, that's
the truth.
You look at Armstrong last year. I mean, the bunch of the guys that left here last year, I think they won it, but they had a number on them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, look, they what have they told you the last couple of years of free agency? They don't go out here to Nordstrom Rack. Mm-mm. They are 5 and below.
They are though.
They are 5 and below, man.
If you ain't one of them top, like you said, weapons, offensive weapon, or a guy like Parsons, man, you.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, Jerry out there shopping with a $5 bill out here.
5 and below. Wow, I got this for you. You take it or leave.
Got this little puzzle.
Yeah. Bet not need one. You better not need a good backup.
You go for your child's friend. Oh, whose birthday is it? Because you got 15 million birthday. Oh, we going to Five Below. Go, here you go.
Dollar General.
Point right here.
Right, here go 10. Go get him something. 4, 5 things.
Yeah.
Put it in the bag.
That's wild.
So,
So heck, you ain't bringing him back?
I told you I was on the fence on it, and the reason why is a little bit of what you were saying about the coaching moves. If you bring in another coaching staff, it's going to be a whole nother operation anyway offensively, and he's going to be looking for Cooper Rush to be making different reads and learning an entirely new playbook altogether. If it's still Mike is going to be comfortable with Cooper Rush and who he is as a player, and maybe bring in some other guys to compete with him. But at the same time, he has it. He has all the jargon. He has all the plays at his disposal. To me, I think when I look at Dak and Dak's injury, and we've been here before, where Cooper Rush was Andy Dalton then, but we've been in situations where Cooper Rush has come in, and we haven't had any complaints about him because the sample size we had was a lot smaller. Now, you're like the red zone stuff is what's troubling me. Yeah. It's
wild,
like you can't have those kinds of problems there, and that's a blaring deficiency when you continue to do that over and over again. But you look around the NFL. I think it was 2 years ago when Cincinnati had their quarterback go down. A guy comes in, he wins.
He did.
He comes in and wins, and so it's not an exact science when it comes down to who you're going to have as the backup quarterback. But I damn sure rather be paying a guy that I know than a commodity that I have no proof on what this guy can do. And if they're going to go to the draft and maybe get that in 6th, 7th round and bring a guy in, I'm all right with that. That's the guy that's going to compete with Cooper Rush then.
Look at this year's playoff backup quarterback who just signed, and everybody like, okay, fine, he signed there. Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
And so he's got Minnesota now. They're in the playoff. They're going to make the playoffs. But then look at the year before. When he was out there in San Francisco and beat out Trey Lance for a job. So
you watched the game last night, right?
I did.
You did? Okay. Yeah. But Sam Darnold to you, how do you feel about Sam Darnold as a quarterback?
He's a flash player to me. Like, I feel like the consistency is just not there.
Something's missing.
But he's also had terrible coaching. Like, he was terrible coaching with the Jets. I think he was down there. Was he down there in Carolina for a little bit? Yeah. Went to San Francisco under Shanahan. Got a little bit better. Now he's with O'Connell, and he is balling this season. 28 tubs or 30 tubs, whatever the case may be. He got him 11-2, 12-2 now, so he is balling. So maybe it was a little bit on that coaching staff for those first 2 spots. But I just need a little bit more in order to be like, yo, Sam Darnold.
Man, Sam Darnold was garbage.
Yeah,
he was trash. He was trash early on. Trash. You trying to be politically correct.
He was trash.
You know that man was trash.
But who's looked good with the Jets?
Or Carolina.
Come on.
Carolina had Sam Darnold and Baker Mayfield. Both these dudes gonna make the playoffs this year. And they still spinning around. Carolina, you spent all that money on Bryce Young. They benched him this year. They going through coaches left and right. So you between Carolina and the Jets, this is not exactly 2 great ownership groups going on right there. Now, my thing with Sam Darnold, is he an elite guy? Are you ready to sit up here and pay this dude a whole bunch of money? No. But the coach, and this goes back to the coach. The coach, I can win with this guy. He can run my program. He can get what I need done. Jacoby Brissett has made a great living out of being a backup quarterback.
There you go.
I know what you want to do. I'll go mess it up and do that. But what's the cost? And that's the thing about this with Cooper Rush is, hey, if this guy plays well for 3 games, maybe somebody says, hey, man, I'll be all right. Andy Reid's got Carson Wentz. He could potentially play. Ain't a guy I'd want, but but if it's one dude who says I'll plug this guy in here and see what he can do
for 2 games
and see who have some success, Andy Reid. Dude, he spun Jay Fiddler into a 2nd-round pick.
Yeah.
That's why I say, who's your coaching staff? What is it this guy wants from the quarterback, and what is the cost? Because the Cowboys now are telling you we're looking at cost when it comes to players because they are going to pay Micah Parsons.
Yeah, 100%.
When we're talking about him, man, I was watching him last night. I'm like, man, dude's missing on throws out here.
Yeah,
he's missing on throws, and whatever he did in Sam Darnold, whatever he did in San Francisco, whatever Shanahan did to him, plugged him, reset his control, whatever he did to him, he's a different guy than when he was with the Jets or when he was with Carolina. All right, but in the same breath, there are parts of his game that you can still see.
He's not there.
But he's not elite. So you're going to have that because he's not elite. But then I come back into this. You're Minnesota. You said no more Kirk Cousins. We're not paying that anymore. We're not going to pay you all this cash to sit around here and just get us to the same old places. And Kirk Cousins was brought in because, remember, they had Case Keenum. They went to the NFC Championship game, and they ended up getting beat. And so, all right, we need to upgrade. They said, brought Kirk in. They never went anywhere. So you got Sam. They used the first-round pick on J.J. McCarthy. We forget about that. The kid that won the national championship in Michigan got hurt. So Sam Darnold's in here. Now look at the cost that Atlanta paid, $50 million for Kirk Cousins. What they're paying Sam Darnold?
You take that. What is it, 10 mil? I think it's like 10.
I mean,
it's a drop off. For sure.
The return on investment for Minnesota is outstanding right now of what they're getting out of this. So,
but how do they feel a team like that, even with the record that they have, going into the playoffs with their quarterback?
You didn't expect them to make the playoffs this year, in my opinion.
No.
I mean, if I look at that division, because you're usually thinking two teams will come out of a division.
Detroit
and Green Bay. That's what I would have thought.
I didn't think Minnesota was going there. And then when they took a rookie quarterback, I'm like, ain't gonna do nothing. I mean, Kevin O'Connell, by the way, secretly, Kevin O'Connell out here balling as a head coach. Yeah. Balling. So to me, I look at what they've done. I say, man, this is good. This is good coaching. It's also good management. GM up there, I'm not saying his name, but brother man, doing a good job.
Yeah, he is.
Doing a real good job. They didn't have to spend a lot of money, getting a whole lot out of the quarterback. After the year, they get to decide what they want to do. Hey, man, we want to throw you a little scratch here, or we going to go with McCarthy. I like what they're doing. But ultimately, we bring it back here to Cooper Rush. Can you make another Cooper Rush?
I don't know, because his play when he had his full arsenal. Those was that 2 years ago when Dak went down for those 5 games, and he had CD. Was it Gallup on the outside? I believe. Yeah. Was Coop still there at the time? He was doing his thing. Like there was no.
But that ain't coming around here. They ain't about to have that no time soon, are they? You think next year's roster is going to look anything like that?
Offensive.
Now that they talk about prices are dropping, they got that Walmart rollback out there.
You're gonna need a force multiplier. How you gonna need a force? I don't know, man.
The Walmart rollback.
The rollback price.
That yellow stick up there. I've been looking for that yellow sticker. Who got the rollback? Who got the rollback? The rollback, man. So it is what it is. Man. Hey, just saying. Just saying. Jerry Jones with some interesting comments on Micah Parsons and animals that he eats. Let's dive into that next with Barry Church, Hek'ma Harris. I'm Newy. This is the Players Lounge brought to you by Aristocrat Gaming.
Ain't no way he said that. Ain't no way.
Yeah.
Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Kyle Yeomans here, sharing that same team that brought you Buffalo, bringing NFL casino games that show America's team on and off the reels. Aristocrat is changing the game with a new experience. Football fans, this means you can pick your team and play your team. Check out the Cowboys-themed casino games developed by Aristocrat, a proud sponsor of the Dallas Cowboys. Gambling problem? Please contact the U.S. National Problem Gambling Helpline at 1-800-GAMBLER. That's 1-800-GAMBLER for 21 and over.
Hey Cowboy fans, I'm Dak Prescott, quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys. But lately, I've been learning a new game, crypto. Sound confusing? Don't worry, even us pros were rookies in crypto once. That's why I trust blockchain.com. They make crypto easy. No confusing jargon, just the tools to help you win.
Prescott keeps it, slides with a first down.
Invest like your icons, where everyone is a rookie in crypto with blockchain.com.
Perfect throw, my goodness. Wow, did he ever thread the needle.
Visit blockchain.com/cowboys to get started.
It's the official men's skincare brand of the Dallas Cowboys, Jack Black. And right now, Cowboys fans can get 15% off their $75 order. Plus, because every deal needs a playmaker, your order will include a free 5-piece skincare set and free shipping. The Jack Black Playmaker is 4 of Jack's favorites and a full-sized intense therapy lip balm. Make a play for the playmaker at getjackblack.com/cowboys with the code CowboysVIP. That's getjackblack.com/cowboys with the code CowboysVIP.
Are you the 2024 Dallas Cowboys Fan of the Year? The Dallas Cowboys and Captain Morgan are celebrating extraordinary, inspiring, and original fans. Nominate yourself or the biggest Cowboys fan you know for a chance to be named the 2024 Fan of the Year and win prizes, including a trip to Super Bowl 59. Visit DallasCowboys.com/Fan of the Year. Go Cowboys! Back to the Players Lounge.
'Tis the season for youth football and dance camps presented by Invisalign. Don't miss your chance to learn from the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders at dance camp on December 27th and former NFL players at football camps on December 23rd and 27th. Celebrate the holidays with the Dallas Cowboys. Register today at dallascowboys.com/camps.
All righty, Hek'ma Harris, appreciate you there. You're in the Players Lounge, brought to you by Aristocrat Gaming. Barry Church is the player, former Cowboys safety. I am Newy Scruggs. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers come to Jerry World. That game will be on Sunday Night Football on NBC. Cowboys with their final, and because you only get 3, you're only scheduled for 3. That's the most illegal let you have on Sunday Night Football. If you are good in the past, they flex you. Church, you played on some of those year-end flexes at the end. Yeah, man. Messed up many a vacation, man. Many a vacation, man.
Get that flex going on.
That regular season flex game when there's a division game, division title on the line, 3 straight years.
Man, we had it. We had it 3 straight. It was a Philly and then Washington, man.
And the Giants.
And the Giants.
How'd you do?
Yeah, we didn't win those games. 8-7 ended up 8-8.
One time was on my anniversary, another time was on my birthday. I'm like giving up these days to watch you guys get out there.
Hate to see it. We had Kyle Orton one time.
I remember that. Speaking of backup.
Interception.
Kyle Orton.
Yeah.
What is that?
That dude was wild.
Oh, he was bad.
That dude was wild. Who wants
Matt
to party?
Castle.
Like, that was his.
Yeah. Yo, he
his
was
go-to.
bad. Matt Castle. Boy, those were some years, bro.
Yeah.
Oh,
Brandon Wheaton.
Oh, God.
K. Moore was in there.
That's weird.
You know
boy.
my line. No disrespect.
Boy, no, put it where it's supposed to be. Be truthful.
You didn't lie.
Disrespect it.
You didn't lie about
woke up
anybody.
knowing, man.
So Tampa Bay comes in here. Baker Mayfield was playing good football. They lost Chris Godwin. They keep on going. When you talk about coaching jobs, Todd Bowles has done a darn good coaching job. And you talk about a guy they kept trying to fire, even after the first year he got there when he replaced Bruce Arians. Todd is a dang good coach. Was a he was an assistant coach here with Bill Parcells. Yeah. Coached the Jets, lost his job there. That's another. When I talk about bad organizations, there we see it was him. And there was an old podcast called Hustle and Flow with Jim Trotter and Steve Weish, and they had Bowles on there. Bowles talked about the time he coached black college football, and he just said it was just so much he had to learn, and then just things they had to do. He said he had to be a security guard one time on campus for a juvenile concert.
Wait, he was the head coach?
No.
He was coach. Oh, he was assistant. They told him to get up.
Black college football. He was breaking into coaching. That man, he's talking about hanging out with the Deltas and different things. Then he had to, supervise just a part of working there at the university. It is fantastic of him just telling the stories of just breaking into coaching and what you have to do as a coach, man. Bowles a real one, man.
Yeah.
But he's coming in with a good team and a good offensive line. Skip Pete is the running back coach for Tampa Bay. Skip Pete got let go here.
He did.
What's Skip Pete going to do?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Bucky Irvin.
Well, they got 3 good backs back there.
And Bucky Irvin, while he's playing well, Skip believes in the same thing with Tony Pollard. Do not overuse the guy. Bucky Irving as well when you put him a part of the rotation. So they're going to try and come in here, run the football, allow Baker Mayfield to play action pass and get the ball out there to Mike Evans. So Tampa Bay, 4-point favorite, by the way.
Yeah. Which is rightfully so. I mean, we've seen this team defensively when they go against, and I'm not saying Baker's elite, but he's a good quarterback. When they go against, yeah, he's a good quarterback. He's a damn good quarterback. When they go against those type of guys, they struggle. I mean, you look at what Burrow's excellent. What he was able to do in here, and you knew the one guy he was going to throw to, and they still couldn't stop it. Still couldn't stop it. So you coming in here, they're not quite Burrow and Chase, but when you look at Baker and Evans on the outside, they present some problems, so especially with that run game as well. Burrow really didn't have much of a run game and was still able to do what he did to this Dallas Cowboys defense. So to me, I mean, this is it's going to be a tough matchup.
Yeah.
You know how I feel. It's all about matchups. And when you look at the Dallas Cowboys defense, I just don't see them matching up well against what Tampa Bay does best.
It's a good team.
Yeah.
That's a problem.
Yeah, and I said yesterday, man, they're not a Cowboy. I don't have no other boys, but I admire other teams. Tampa Bay is one of those teams. Todd Bowles is one of those coaches that I really like. Always have liked Todd Bowles, and I think what he does defensively, he works everything from front end to back end, right? He always has a defensive line. He has a scheme that works, and it seems like it's easy enough for guys to understand it, and they play it fast and they play downhill. And I just love that style of defense, physical, downhill. We do it together, right? But they got a guy in the middle in Vita Vea that, to me, when you turn the tape on and you watch this guy, it's like, why can't you block 50? Why can't you block 50? And guys like Devontae David that you thought they were going to be out of the NFL are still
at a high level
playing
Getting at this,
at a high level.
Wow,
and look, I've got into so many arguments about Baker Mayfield over the years, and guys comparing Dak and Baker. I'm like, man, this dude's not even the same stratosphere when we talk about quarterbacks. But I will say this. Baker Mayfield has transitioned his career and has turned it around in a way down in Tampa where you say, man, this is how you meet adversity head on and come out on the other end, because people wrote him off.
100%.
They wrote him off. But the way that he's playing with Mike Evans, and don't get me wrong, he walked into a situation where there was already a team there. So it wasn't like it was bare bones dry. But the way that these guys are playing together, the way Sterling Shepard used to play for the New York Giants, is having a resurgence of his career also in Tampa. So, look, they do a lot of the things that the Dallas Cowboys have been hard-pressed to try and beat on game days, and that's stopping the run. They are going to give them a full taste of that running game, and that's what we're going to see if these guys have learned anything. Mozzie, over the last couple of weeks, has not been talked about in the same breath. People, you don't have the videotape of him getting,
tossed out the club.
The club, no white tees.
Hey, thank you. You don't have that tape out there, and people are starting to say, all right, well, Mozzie's starting to turn around a little bit. Guys like BC are starting to say, Osa is pricing himself out. Let's see then. Here we go. Now we gonna see
the realness.
Yeah.
All right.
Todd Bowles was on NFL radio yesterday and on Moving the Chains, and he spoke about Baker Mayfield. He said, hey, guys, remember, he was the number one pick in the draft. Like, this is a guy who can throw the football. He can spin it. I go back to what you were talking about, and let's look at who he played for. You started off with the Cleveland Browns. Okay, look at that organization. Still can't get the quarterback right. Then he went to Carolina. Still trying to figure out the quarterback situation. Spent a minute out there with the Rams, but that was because Stafford got hurt, and so then he moved over here to Tampa Bay, and you're in a good atmosphere. Got weapons right. He seemed to thrive. So organizations do matter. By the way, when I looked at the sheet of integrity, you had Tampa Bay winning the division.
Yeah.
Okay.
You had Atlanta.
Hey, they still got a chance. Hey, Kim Kirk still got they only a game back, man. They only a game back, man.
Get you a friend like Barry.
Right. Hold it on.
They only a game
Barry is the man, dude. I swear to God.
Barry got that dog paddle in the water.
Everybody
by a thread
that has Barry Church as a friend, you got a real friend.
They hold
because
on,
this dude
man.
right here.
Church out there.
If the Cowboys show up, you know what I mean? And beat Tampa, then they right back in it. They tied. And they already beat Tampa. So, you know what I mean? They go out of Tampa.
I remember the game. Tampa Gate out in the way. By the way,
they did.
I was with you, had Tampa Bay.
Yeah, Tampa too.
We're going to say, got a game. 3 games left. Yeah,
Micah Parsons. Jerry Jones spoke about him on his radio show, the NFL Network Report earlier on Sunday, speaking about a possibility of trading Micah Parsons. Let's recap what Jerry had to say about that, and some delicious meals that Jerry likes to eat.
Delicacies.
With game. Huh? Let's do that next with Hek'ma Harris and Barry Church. Our Newy Scores Players Lounge, brought to you by Aristocrat Gaming on DallasCowboys.com.
Man, look.
Hey, Danny McCray here for Smoothie King. You know every great workout deserves a great reward. So treat yourself right with new coconut smoothie bowls. Made with real fruit, crunchy, purely Elizabeth granola, creamy coconut, and topped with the chocolate hazelnut or honey drizzle. With 2 new flavors, it's perfect for you and the workout buddy. So you both can stay on track even after you leave the track. Scoop up new coconut smoothie bowls only at Smoothie King, the official smoothie of the Dallas Cowboys.
Hey y'all, Matt Pittman of Meat Church here. With football season kicking off, I'm already gearing up to bring the smoker back to AT&T Stadium for some epic tailgates. But with that Texas heat, it's crucial to keep my beer hand cramping cold. That's where Yeti's insulated Colster can cooler comes in clutch. This year, you can even get them with the iconic star engraved on the side. Licensed Yeti Cowboys gear is now available at Stadium Pro Shops, concessions, and on Yeti.com. Check it out today. Yeti, official cooler and drinkware of the Dallas Cowboys.
To kick off the 2024 NFL season, Boss teamed up with the Cowboys and Micah Parsons to launch an iconic apparel collection. The Boss Cowboys collection unites football and fashion while reflecting what it truly means to be a boss. Arriving just in time for the start of the season, the distinctive attire from the latest Boss Cowboys expansion offers sports aficionados and true bosses the chance to show their team spirit and style. Get yours today at nflshop.com/HugoBoss, HugoBoss.com, and Boss retail stores. # be your own boss.
Raising Cane's presents the other rules of football. Rule 1. Any broadcast without the express addition of cooked-to-order Cane's chicken fingers is prohibited. Rule 12. No crinkle-cut fries, Texas toast, or craveable Cane sauce constitutes an illegal formation. And Rule 31. Anybody who loves to feed their game face is an eligible receiver of Cane's. When it comes to winning game day, Cane's rules. Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love. Go Cowboys.
Back to the Players Lounge.
Cowboy Nation, Amanda Foster has been named your 2024 Dallas Cowboy Fan of the Year, presented by Captain Morgan for her dedication to the team and spicing up the game. Vote for Amanda to be named the ultimate NFL Fan of the Year at NFL.com/Fan of the Year.
Hek'ma Harrison, appreciate you. All right, Barry Church. He is our former player right here on the Players Lounge. I'm Newy Scruggs. Jerry Jones does his radio show 8:30 every morning on 105.3 The Fan with Sean and Bobby's, who we talked to this morning, and he was asked about Micah Parsons. Well, it was asked about Stephen Jones, talking about, the money, and then he went into Micah Parsons, and Jerry's like, hey, look, nobody in this organization ever spoken about moving on from Micah Parsons. NFL Network had the report there, and so I just wanted to go around the table. Everybody's thought about that. What Jerry had to say about Micah.
Man, I wish Jerry said y'all want to be starting something. I want to be starting something so bad. But his words were basically, man, nobody in the organization has said that. I mean, it's wherever it's coming from, wherever it's talking.
The rumors.
Yeah, whatever the rumors are coming from, whatever people are talking about. I said it yesterday, it's dumb sports talk. Mm-hmm. You asked me, you have a player with the numbers that Micah has had, and this is why you draft the guy and see him turn into a potential future Hall of Famer. Mm-hmm. Look, we're gonna have these conversations all off season about the cap. I don't know how you make it up. I don't know who has to take a haircut in order to get it done, but somebody is, because you got to sign Micah. That's period. The end. You got to sign Micah, and it's all about who's going to play with Micah. But I mean, it's the Cowboys. Even when things are down, you're still having rumors circulating about whether you re-sign Micah or not, or trade rumors. Like that's nuts to me.
Yeah, well, let me play devil's advocate a little bit here. But I'm with you 100% with both of y'all. When nobody's trading, I wouldn't personally. I think he's a cornerstone piece that's got to stay here. But is there a number or something that you guys would be like, all right, man, I got to let him slide? Like a Herschel Walker type deal from back in the day, where you can get a boatload of these picks and turn it into what the Dallas Cowboys were able to turn that Herschel Walker thing into. Would that even spike any interest? Or is it just like, now granted, like I said before, I'm with y'all on this. I'm just playing devil's advocate a little bit.
Okay. Herschel Walker trade was 1990?
89, 90.
Yeah. You haven't seen another one of those since.
Nah, you have not.
There's a reason why.
Ain't nobody go set your dynasty up no more.
Because understand, it was Herschel, and then it was like Isaac Holt, another linebacker, Isaiah Reed. I mean, so
it was like a 3-man trade or 3-team trade.
So it was like, yes, it was like you got back like 3 dudes, and it was a whole bunch of picks. And if the Cowboys cut these certain players, well, this 4 turned into a 2. I mean, nobody is signing up for that again, okay? Like, they didn't realize, we're about to give up a whole lot of picks.
Yeah.
And these players we got, Jimmy about to trash, man. He roasted them. Okay? Ain't nobody sign up for nothing like that again.
That's true.
I mean, it's true. It's truly one of the great heights of, hey, man, don't do that again. And the Minnesota was in this realm of, we are one player away, so we'll give it all up. I don't think anybody's going to do that again. And let's go back to something I kind of spoke about before. When's the last time you saw Jerry Jones get rid of an impact player that he liked?
I'm with you on that. I've never seen it.
Never seen it. Yeah. Micah Parsons is a blue chip player. When you step into the draft, okay, everybody says, look, first thing you need a franchise quarterback, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so if you try to build a team, you need a franchise quarterback. You need left tackle.
Yeah.
You need a pass rusher. These are the three items that you're looking for right there. You have, in Jerry's mind, he has the quarterback, he has the pass rusher. Why is he didn't let the quarterback go. He's not about to let the pass rusher go. When Jerry won his first Super Bowl, what was the last piece that he acquired? Yeah. Charles Haley, the pass rusher. He had the quarterback, had left tackle. When I got the pass rusher.
Yeah.
Many times, I think fans want to get into what they want. What I've learned through the years is, and it's not always good, but get into the mind of what the owner wants and kind of what he does.
Yeah. I have a problem. I guess my biggest problem is, even as a fan, why would that even be your conversation? Why? What about him and what has he done? I don't know. For me, I think what you're talking about is, the picks that could come with it, and that's like a big question mark. Like, what's behind that door? I have no idea what's behind it, but behind this door, I know exactly what I'm getting with the missile. Come on out. I don't know. We went into the draft, got some ones that I don't think we've been impressed with. Yeah. All right, and I don't want to name no names, but you know what I mean. It's just,
but that's always thought there. It's always going to be there. Dude, I remember when there were people who wanted to trade Troy Aikman and wanted to keep Steve Walsh. Remember it.
Yeah,
remember it.
That's weird.
Okay,
no, that's weird to me.
Like this is football. This is football. So yeah, man, there were people. I remember 49er. Hey, man, we got to get rid of Joe. We got Steve.
Yeah,
go on, get rid of Joe. Yeah. And sure enough, he can't win. So I mean, this is all the time.
Steve
in sports,
Young got to get the monkey off my back.
Right? Yeah. I said, you people are on. You want to get rid of Joe Montana? Joe Montana. Yeah, we got Steve. Okay. So Hek'ma, yes, there'll be fans like that all the time. We can get rid of. Because I had somebody on my show. We can get some picks.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What picks are you getting?
I mean,
are the picks going to be any good? I mean, just is there all right? Now I haven't looked at the draft. Is there another Micah Parsons in this draft?
I haven't. Yeah, I couldn't answer that one. I can't answer that one.
I haven't seen him.
Right. I mean, so that's their thing. So if you wanted to trade Micah, what are you doing? It's not like Cleveland's not going to give you Myles Garrett back.
Hell no.
Pittsburgh is
not give you T.J. Watt.
Right. So when you just say, where's my equivalent out here? Somebody who's playing at this level.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, that's the thing. All right. So Nick Bosa, they're not giving you Nick Bosa. Plus, he's got injuries and stuff. But so what deal are you making out here that's telling me, yeah, we got better?
Yeah,
nobody's doing that.
That's true.
I don't know. I don't know. It's a weird perception change with Micah, and it's crazy because of the podcast that I think some of his perception has changed as a player. I've always said he's the one player that you don't see getting into things off the field, that people view what he does from a media standpoint as a deterrent to the team. Like you being a guy that has played, you've voiced your had questions about what it's like being in the locker room with a guy that can give the inside the locker room secrets on his podcast when he goes on. But I'm sorry, that's fashionable on all podcasts right now. Ain't no secrets in the locker room no more. They telling all the locker room secrets. But I can look at this guy, and even guys like Travis Hunter. He was in college right now. All the dude does is play video games and is on his podcast, most of the time. But people have a problem with that. I'd rather have a player of his caliber that's his fix than some of the other 300,000 things that we've seen Cowboy players do around here. So
it's some internal things that people talk about.
Absolutely.
That's when you talk about what has led the speculation. It's some internal things.
Do you think he can mature through whatever those speculations are?
Oh yeah,
sure.
Yeah, and have you seen players mature through those things?
Yes, I will give you an example of a guy that you know very well, Des Bryant, and the relationship he had with Ray Sherman, the receivers coach. Yeah. And then when Garrett ran Ray Sherman off, the other dudes who came in there, by the end, it was your boy Derek Dooley.
Woof, young Dooley. Not the Dooley truck.
sometimes you need an assistant coach who can talk to the player. George Edwards had a good relationship with Micah Parsons. George Edwards is gone. So I do believe along the way, a good assistant coach can really make a big difference. Troy Aikman had Norv Turner be his presenter. David Shula was the original offensive coordinator for him. It was Norv Turner who came in here and Troy said, turn my career around. So a good assistant coach who can really relate with players and get them on there, it helps. So to answer your question there, that sometimes becomes a thing of who can relate to the player, or do they hire someone who is a part of the organization that can really hey, let me talk to you. I think that matters. When I look at the Mavericks, hiring Jason Kidd over Rick Carlisle was a different dynamic for Luka Doncic, because Jason could sit up here, even though Rick played in the league and played in the championship.
Kid.
Jason, I know what you're going through. And that mattered too, because Luka didn't like Rick.
There's a lot of people don't like Rick.
Yeah, but Rick can coach.
Yeah, hell yes, that's what I'm saying.
So
for real.
Thing. I mean, look what he's doing in Indiana. I mean, Rick can coach his rear end, but Luka didn't like him, and it was to the point where Rick was smart enough. I'm gonna go ahead and hit this exit before this young fella gets me going. But Kidd coming in here made a big difference. What's happened with Kyrie Irving, nobody gives Jason Kidd enough credit for, because that's the one dude that Kyrie didn't treat him like he treated Steve Nash.
We don't need a coach.
Right. Need him, fool. You never heard him talk about Kidd like this. So it matters. So that's kind of my point there. All right, we got to get out of here. Yeah. But Jerry Jones on 105.3 The Fan was asked about eating raccoon, and he said, "Oh yeah,
ain't nobody eating raccoon, man. Yep. Ain't no way.
It's a delicacy." And then talked about his real, and talked about his mom had made squirrel, and he had a real affinity for eating squirrel, and that eating the squirrel brain was delicious. And it was a fight for it at his table, and he didn't fight for it. His sister and his mom, they enjoyed that. So he's from Arkansas. Yeah. Look, my folks are from Birmingham, Alabama. My dad talks to me about many of the times of what they ate. Like, they were poor. When you poor, that's what you eat.
Some squirrel, some coon.
Yeah, I mean, when I was a kid, they would throw out the pig ears and pig feet. I look at it like, no, but over there, they grew up eating that. So when you were poor, and Jerry grew up poor. He's gonna eat that, huh? Or I should say, he didn't grow up rich. He didn't grow up like you did now. You ate stuff like that. You went out there and you ate stuff like that. Now today, I'm good.
Said I'm good.
Good. You go down to New Orleans. Man. You go to New Orleans, man. They serving some stuff. I remember that time, man. We ate some frog legs out there, won Super Bowl, and then I was at this place called Butcher. And we ended up seeing Scott Shanley over there. No, Scott Fujita. But anyway, they're like, we got some jaw.
What?
Yeah, jaw. I'm like, what's that?
What's jaw?
It's like the jaw of the pig. Like, yeah, we're gonna eat some of that. And like,
pig jaw.
Bro,
kids be eating anything.
Hey, I'll tell you right now, it was good.
Was it good?
It was like bacon.
Was it?
It was like a bacon. It was like I was eating bacon, but it was good. It was tasty. I'm gonna tell you, man. The guy's like, nah. He's like, eat it if you don't like it. He said, if you don't like bacon, yeah. If you don't like this, I'll get you something. All right.
Nah,
it was so good. I got one to go. Got one to go. Put it in the fridge. Had later on that night.
Hey man,
mix it with some cool, huh? You good with that?
Karl Malone loves squirrel. He'll talk about, he said, man, squirrel stew, squirrels. He was like the Forrest Gump dude. He started naming all the things you can eat with squirrel. Squirrel stew, squirrel fillet. I mean, dude, it was hilarious, man. When I worked in L.A., Karl Malone had a show. He talked about how much he enjoyed eating squirrel. So Jerry talking about eating squirrel just reminded me of Karl Malone. But what is Karl Malone with Jerry? Carl from Louisiana, Jerry from Arkansas. Dude, when you don't grow up with a whole lot of money, man,
that's exotic.
Yeah, stew today, man.
Right out back and got it.
I grew up poor, no Cliff. We went to Williams Chicken.
You wasn't eating none of that,
corn fritters.
I don't know if Williams Chicken was near.
I don't know either. Henderson chicken in South Dallas. It was somewhere to go.
Boys is eating coon.
Man, what you talking about?
Squirrels.
What's a hamburger, man? Something.
Like they on Survivor or something.
What?
Man, what is going on, man?
Squirrel brain. Yo.
Season it with some Lowry's. Man, y'all crazy as that, man. No way.
City Boys down 1.
Man, some meat church on there, man. Come on, man. What are you doing, man?
Holy voodoo. Just put some of that holy voodoo on there.
You good?
With a little jalapeno taste, man.
Ain't nothing.
I'm let you have that.
I'm good.
Put you some eggs with your squirrel brain. Just get it.
Oh, God.
Mix it up. Put a little holy voodoo seasoning on it. There you go.
It tastes good, man.
Very church. Hek'ma Harrison. I'm Newy Scruggs. We're out.
Cool out here. They tripping.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!